following the Real Estate Business Navigator, where regardless of where you are in this sort of ascension model here, there are specific things that you'll have to do to step to the next level. I'm actually launching Real Estate B School Online, where I'll be going through specifically what that looks like. So I'm going to be going through this. Will be interesting for all of you. I've really broke down, what each phase of this ascension looks like. I'll go through it real quickly here. So the start phase, you're barely making a living, right? So you're excited, you're a little bit naive, you don't know what you don't know. Cash flow is definitely a challenge because there isn't much cash. You have no idea where the next deal is coming from. You must hustle to build momentum. And really, this is the point where if you're going to make it past the start and survive phase, you're going to have to do what other agents aren't willing to do. Grind out prospecting and lead follow-up. You need to focus on just a couple things that work and just focus on those. And the key to escape this phase is skills building and a real determination to grow. And then we get into the ramp phase, right? So there's lots of balls in the air. You're feeling good. You're feeling very hopeful about your progress. But your time is sort of not becoming your own. So you're doing, 2, 3 to 5, 6 transactions a month, and it's getting a little hairy. So you're unable to unplug for even hours at a time. You're doing it all yourself. Realization that you must focus on dollar productive activities. An admin hire and getting relief from buyers is a necessity. And the truth is most agents don't move past this phase. Really not many agents even get to this phase. We're an elite group here to be at even this phase, if you're in this phase. But most agents don't move past this phase. So then we go to the scale phase, where it's all about putting systems in place. Overwhelm has become a way of life. You feel like you're failing on all fronts. Your home life is suffering for sure from a lack of balance. Finding buyer agent talent is a challenge. You are still the major producer on your team. Building systems provides that sustainability. Admin staff is for sure getting stretched very thin, but the vision is beginning to take on a life of its own. So the vision is starting to pull everyone in a certain direction. Then you go into the lead phase, where it's all about stepping up. And delegation is the critical shift here, and you always have to be thinking dollar productive activities. Hiring additional admin to maintain high client service levels. You're still selling some, but the exit phase is in sight, and you're really excited, so it's all about staying focused. You must communicate your vision and your intent to exit. People get really go sideways on this because they think their team won't respect them if they want to work less. But the opportunity to be on a team where the leader wants to exit is an extraordinary opportunity. And accountability and tracking systems are critical at this phase. And you must begin to see yourself as a CEO versus a producer and develop real tangible leadership skills. Then there's the exit phase, where it's just the harsh reality that you're not that important. It's a really tough pill to swallow. The vision and mission, I just mentioned it, they have to start to become part of the team DNA. Your leadership skills continue to be developed. Here's where a key operations lead has to be identified and step into their own. And you have to have a clearly articulated organizational strategy. But your job here is to really focus on margins, because you're out of production, you're out of the day-to-day, and you have to look at costs and cash flow. Is always a risk in a growing business. And then there's the own phase, and this is really what I'm focusing on this year, and really last year as well. I mean, I'm sort of in the office, but I didn't have direct much day-to-day responsibility. With the Kyle stepping into the sales leader role, and he's our managing director of expansion. I'm able to step into more of an ownership role in my company. It's really all about mindset. So most team owners won't ever take this step. It's a mindset issue more than anything else. It helps to have faith that many thousands, tens of thousands of companies run without the owner working in the business. I mean, you could think of Walmart, McDonald's, Apple. There's all these companies that are running without the owners. Those are public companies, so there's lots of owners of those companies. But even the main person that you think, how could the company run without that person? So just having those as examples is helpful, I think. A sales leadership role must be filled to avoid dysfunction. The big, hairy, audacious goal must be clearly articulated for team to see something bigger in their future, and that really gets the team excited, and we're seeing that on our team. All day-to-day operations and sales leadership functions have been delegated, and my point, I'm at the point now where I just have to have a weekly senior leadership meeting with Cherie and Kyle, and that's just happened recently for me. Weekly team rhythm ensures, so the weekly team rhythm outside of those two meetings with my senior leaders ensures that team remains healthy and stays in growth mode, and it really is about growing or dying. Okay, so that's just a little bit of an explanation and what you have in store for you, regardless of where you are and what's required to get to the next level.